Because you know he hasn't practiced that much with the number one group.
Gilman wanting to throw, avoids a defender, and gets the pass off, makes the completion as it sets up first down opportunity near the marker as Alan Smith.
Just over 2 yards a carry. Last week he had a great game, and it kept Penn honest, and that's why they held the ball as long as they did.
Hard line.
You know, empty backfield. Again, one of their favorites.
And Gilman, version on the season for Brown. Gilman out of the gun and tried to go high versus Brown here this afternoon at the Yale Bowl.
Yeah. When I coached here, that's the way I always looked. The kids look to those rivalry games. It's just
Brown and Yale underway here in the.
And Pantelis has become the favorite target without question, leading the team in receptions. A lot of short throws that he turns into bigger plays. I think Yale running the ball today is going to be crucial for them.
So off a 2nd and 2, Grooms on the quarterback keep. First down and Grooms plenty of time over the middle. And the catch is made, brought down to the Hawes, the tight end, man in motion. Off of play action. Grooms over the middle into the end zone. Up quarterback Aiden Gilman making his first career start. Pass play complete.
Run a lot of plays in every drive, and they want to run them fast.
So a 2nd and 4 coming up. Smith with the handoff. He's been averaging just under 33 yards per punt this year. A great punt that brings back Lindley of the week. This time intercepted nearly in the second. Yale. Off of play actions, quick pass to the far side of the field, complete, and that for the Bulldogs offense. Grooms gives it off to Trey Peterson, and Peterson able to muscle his way.
What's to do?
It's a ball at the 33 for Yale. They go back to the ground with Peterson, gets past the 35 near the real strength this year, along with the production of Grooms at the quarterback spot. Off of play action, Grooms over the middle to Pantelis. Taken at the 25-yard line.
That was a difference in their game last week. They ran the football against Penn.
And they run the football here on 3rd and 10. His third punt of this first quarter.
They did not punt the football in the first half last week.
And already they've done it 3. A fair catch by Yale offense back on the field with a 7-0 lead as Grooms throwing it downfield in stride and making the catch. Gain. Here's Pitzenberger, elutes 2 tackles down the sideline into the end zone for
of these skill players is back next year. Every receiver, every running back, quarterback, tight end.
Making his first career start, the backup. This time they go to the run game, and it's Alan Smith, far side of the field. Sends Brown back 5 yards, 2nd and 2. Gilman looking to throw near side of the field. Pass
is making the tackle at 5 yards. Don't let that 5-yarder turn into a 10 or 15-yarder.
Gilman's throw is complete. 4th and 1 as Gilman loses the football. And we'll see if Yale comes up with it. They're pointing.
They didn't get the snap. That's why the ball went back.
This time Peterson gets the handoff. We'll get about a gain of 3. A dynamic dual-threat quarterback. This time the handoff again to Peterson to the outside. Tries to stiff-arm his defender. Grooms out of the gun. This time elects to take it himself. Pushes himself forward. Rocket.
Without question.
Gilman makes the throw complete to Wes Rocket.
But Rocket he's a guy, you get him the ball, he's going to make things happen.
16-yard catch. Flag comes in on the near side of the field.
Brown's perspective, they've got to make these completions, and he's got to put them on people and calm down.
Handoff to DeLucia. Gets maybe going to convert. This time the handoff, far side of the field. Allen he throws. As Walsh back out for another punt, his 4th of the quarter. As Lindley, one last play before the end of the quarter. Grooms on the screen pass, able to find Pantelis. And Pantelis fighting. Breeze coach today, a lot of T-shirts, A lot of shorts on for the fans here at the Yale Bowl as the second quarter underway. Joshua Pitzenberg.
High percentage of completions, but no extra yards after they catch it.
Grooms on 1st and 10, finds an open Jackson Hawes, breaks a couple of tackles deep into the second.
So far.
Ball at the 22-yard line at Brown. This time it's the handoff to Pitzenberger. He moves his way through, maybe for 3 on third down conversion so far in this game. As it's Peterson, bumps away from one tackle and has open field. One rushing attack in the Ivy League this season on display there. Bozeman on hand for the extra point, and it's turning into
secondary. Yale doesn't play a lot of too deep, but they can. They're ahead 24-0.
Gilman, far side of the field, pass complete, 9 yards, sets up a 2nd and 1. To the ground, and a first down and more with a 4 wide out set. This time off the screen pass, complete to the 45-yard line, moving ahead to the
with the running back.
Gilman off of play action, pass complete, far side of the field and more into the Yale secondary as Hayes in motion as Gilman. This time with the handoff, working his way up is DeLucia. Gilman into the flat, nearly intercepted. Man in motion is Rocket. This time Gilman on the keep, has some room, dives forward. And in the red zone is Brown. Here with a 1st and goal. On the jet sweep. Not much doing. Badu in the backfield along with Gilman. Has time, finds pressure. Pass complete to Rocket. Gilman looking to throw. End zone. Reaching up high. Great defense. Field goal opportunities from 35 and 27. And this one through the uprights.
And they're using them.
Grooms, this time to the handoff. Peterson past the 30-yard line, diving ahead. The rushing attack here for Yale. That's number 1 in the Ivy League. Grooms rolling out, finds a wide open receiver. Lindley coming off a 6-catch, 100-yard touchdown performance versus Columbia. As Yale pass mid. Screen pass, this one complete. Opposite side of the field, Lindley. Second quarter, Yale with a 24-3 lead on Brown. Back to work. Peterson on the ground. Pass one defender to the 30. Princeton coming up later today, 4-0 in conference play. Again, Peterson with the handoff, first down. 10 from the 25-yard line. Lindley, the man in motion for Yale. Off of play action, Grooms going deep into the end zone. Wide open is Brunette. All right, so here's Aiden Gilman back under center. As Brown will open with a passing play, complete far side of the field to Hayes Sutton.
Really impressed with Yale's tackling. I mean, they're not missing.
This time into the flat. Badu, a 3rd and long coming up. Gilman, pressure to throw. Ball is loose, picked up, and taken by Yale into the end zone. Gone through the window here in this first half. Bozeman on hand. Brown this afternoon. Alan Smith takes the handoff, cuts it to the middle of the field where he is brought down by Joseph Vaughn.
And you know, as a staff, you coach him all week. You hope he's going to have a great football game. But he
mindset when you have to go in mid-game, you don't have time to think as much. Now you have a full week to prepare as the starter. As the pass comes off of play action, Gilman looking to throw. Instead takes himself, now throws it downfield, finds an open walk to downs. Gilman, again with play action, tries to go over the middle, and this one broken up by Ray. So it'll set up another 3rd and long. Gilman throws downfield. Great catch by Walker in stride. That first quarter alone for Brown. This time a short punt that takes a Brown bounce. Peterson the handoff, cuts it to the outside, out of bounds, pass. Grooms on the screen pass is complete down the sideline, as we've seen on previous scoring drives. Grooms again working it far side this time to Pantelis. Gets Grooms this time takes it himself past the 45-yard line. Far for Gilman with 16 yards. But looking to throw, this time near the 20. Grooms gives it off to Pitzenberger, fighting his way through a host of.
Could be play action here.
As Grooms takes it himself, gets forced out of bounds. Grooms looking to throw into the end zone. Wide open is the tight end of the half. Bozeman on hand for the extra point. And Yale, the offense, the defense, or the special teams. Gilman's going to throw and intercepted. Back-to-back interceptions, this time taking it into the end zone. 51-3. Bozeman, who we just saw moments ago, back on hand for another extra point.
Yards past the line of scrimmage. So Yale, again, with all the confidence that they have, they're just jumping everything. And
Brown goes back to the run game. Ball loose. 100 yards on the ground. So Tudis again to Pitzenberger. He's met for 11 on the season, 127 yards and a touchdown. High snap, handoff to Pitzenberger again, works his way. Tudis in for Nolan Grooms, this time on the keep. Tudis, first down and more into Brown secondary to the 20, 15, down to the 10. Handoff to Pitzenberger. Tudis this time on the keep, into the end zone. Bozeman on hand for the extra. Well, at this point, you have to wonder, how does Brown manage this game going forward, as the handoff to Smith cuts it into the inside, down near the 40-yard line, a first down. And Gilman back to throw, and he is met for a sack on offense. Gilman, handoff to Smith, cuts it to the outside, and forced out of bounds.
Down, forcing fumbles in the quarterback's face. It's a great day for the Yale
Gilman,
defense.
Over the middle, had a wide receiver in. Peterson gets the handoff, cuts it to the outside, into Brown territory, to the 20-yard line, untouched all the way. Handoff once again, this time Allen Smith, maybe for a gain of
overs, and just kind of perfect football here for the last couple of weeks. He took them some time. They have great receivers, and they got a running back who's a freshman.
After college football, of course. Gilman looking to throw downfield, trying to find his intended target. Gilman, quick throw, complete to Wes Rocket. Rocket eludes a couple of tacklers. Fight.
The plays out of your receivers.
Rocket coming off a career-high 7 catches against Penn last week. This time, fence for Brown. Goes to the ground. Smith right up the middle. And a good play in the secondary. A first and goal from the 7. Smith, again, fighting his way through towards the end zone from the 1. Wildcat formation with Smith. Will take it himself, forcing his way into the end zone for a. So we'll have to see what they do on this series. This time it's a handoff. And just a gain.
Injuries or whatever over the next 2-3 weeks to get these guys some extra plays and extra downs.
Loss of 5, so it sets up a 3rd and 12. This time it's Tudis on the carry.
The punter and the place kicker, and be as effective as he's been for 3 years.
There is a flag as a fair catch signaled at the 38.
The final 2 games of the year, feeling good about himself. He certainly doesn't right now.
Gilman escapes the pressure, keeps it himself.
It's a tough thing to manage.
Screen pass met with anticipation. These games, what's it like for a head coach when you know that the game is well out of hand? How do you keep your?
They're going to be a good football player in this program.
As here's Denny, cuts it to the outside of the 40, all the way towards mid. Jarvis looking to throw. Dumps it into the flat. Pass complete. Jarvis. This time he wants to throw. Almost intercepted as Smith was the intended target. Back in action, Will Jarvis, the quarterback for Brown. Looking to go end zone. Finds a wide open.
This game, how much injury do you risk? And at the same time, you'd like to get some confidence back.
Then he takes the handoff up the middle past the 35-yard line. 2nd and 6 from Yale's 41-yard line. Again, the give this time. Once again, Ibaboku down the sideline, and he's...
Brown does have really good receivers, and they had a quarterback that was playing really well. And it's just been...
made a difference this year. You're going to lose, so you really have to revamp the program.
This is a very experienced football team that's not having a good year.
And again, it just really didn't click with Gilman under center. You have to wonder whether or not he'll be the star on the road. It's tough to really find any positive out of a game like this, or at least try to get built up for practice. Loose ball picked up.
Just get ready for a great football game.
Jarvis looking to throw on 2nd and 10. I agree with you there, Coach. Back to throw again. Jarvis over the middle. Walsh with a short punt. Fair catch taken by Lindley.
The other team that's at the top is Penn, and they lost that game. So they got two great opponents coming up. We'll find out next week.
Handoff, and it looks to be a face mask with the flag coming out. 69 points, the most given up in school.